Yikes. I don't got too much to say. I'm just saying. I'm just waiting on y'all. Welcome to Buckles Locker. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. Share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify all new videos that's posted on this channel. I don't know about y'all. I'm good. I'm here to console some of the Bucs fans and give y'all some hope. When there's darkness, there must be someone to let everybody know there will be sunshine tomorrow. Everybody all right? Everybody okay? Is everybody breathing okay? Because it seems like there's a lot of panic in the Bucs community and also national media. We just literally had a fight, verbal, like a disagreement, a big time disagreement with two notable talking figures. One is a Hall of Fame player, and the other one just a running his mouth, an old man just running his mouth, and everybody's all over the place. And guess who's taking the blame? And it's unfortunate too. I kind of figured this was gonna happen, but that's why I'm not surprised. That's why I'm not panicking. That's why I'm not irate. I told y'all this. That's why I just sit back and watch everybody argue with each other. I try to calm people down. That's my job. It's been my job. But man, oh man, y'all is doing too much. I mean, from the top level media members all the way down to the fan base. Y'all doing way too much. Remember, we fans. We don't play the game. And y'all getting too emotionally involved with this stuff. Just saying, as long as y'all stay away from me with that, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna watch y'all act a fool. But y'all gotta get together. We got grown men out here verbally fighting. And 90% of the people that's fighting over this Buck situation, not really good at football. Physically. And never play NFL or any professional football. Half of them never put on pads. And they arguing. You got people pulling up stats. You got people going getting at Byron Leftwich and Todd Bowles' personal stuff, and it's getting ridiculous. Y'all need to calm down, for real. Y'all need to calm down. Why are y'all so surprised? Y'all saw the signs early in the season. Yeah, we had optimism. We'll be optimistic and we hope that things will turn around, right around that mid, that half when half of the season was over, you kind of figured the Bucs will kind of figure this out. And once I saw the Bucs for what they are, I told y'all this. Ain't nothing gonna change. Nothing's gonna change. And you saw it yesterday. You saw it a couple weeks ago in the Rams game. That's 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 where your starting point at. Your starting point is the Rams game. How you gonna play bad for 57 minutes and all of a sudden 3 minutes just become this beast team? Remember, football is 17 games. And they usually say football don't start till November, December. Well, I was pretty much right. This is why I was telling y'all I wanted y'all to hold off until right around that mid-season mark. And right on cue. Right on cue. Told y'all. Right on cue. Because football games get tight in November, December. It really do. And you get to see the team for what it's made of. And there were some glimmer of hope with the Bucs. They've shown some good signs. They've shown some pieces of their team, offensively, defensively, and special teams, where if everything came together, will be a problem. But when you look at the team as a whole, that's all 53 men. That's 46, 53 men, 46, on the rock, that's dressed out, but look at all 53 men as players. And you look at the coaching staff. and you look at the front office, right? I'm talking about everybody, even the ball boy. The Bucs have problems everywhere, and you saw, and it's like a puzzle. You saw bits and pieces of it throughout the season, right? You seen how they played against certain teams. They even the bad teams. They didn't play well against the bad teams. They didn't. They even got beat by a few bad teams. They always say, "Do you play to the level of your competition?" That is true. A lot of teams do that, and that's just not just football. That's across professional sports. But specifically football requires everybody to contribute to the victory. And I told y'all this yesterday, when you put all the weight on one player, it don't work out like that. It takes a collective effort for you to win the game. Football is not an individual sport. This is why no matter how well a player plays, you can still lose the game. It don't matter what type of stats a player puts up. We've seen this. We've experienced it firsthand. 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. We've seen it firsthand. You can have all the stats in the world, but what matters is the W. Because I would rather be 9-4, ranked 18th in offense. See, Bucs fans, what I'm trying to get to the point is you can't have it both ways. Some of you are stuck on the stat stuff and stuck on the pass and using stats to justify the bad play of the team. You can't have both ways, because who cares about stats when wins are the most important? Because we literally had a big dividing of the fan base about this several years ago. You had people defending stats, and then you had people talking about wins and losses. That's what matters. So here we fast forward to 2022. The Bucs are struggling, but now people are bringing up stats, bringing up the pass. No. It's not a numbers game when it comes down to wins and losses. The only number that matters is the win and loss record. You care less if the Bucs is number one in offense, and we've had that. Top 5 in offense. But if you got a losing record, does that matter? Oh, no, 5th in passing yards per game. So what? We was number 1 at one point before Brady got here, and we had a losing record. So don't give me the stat stuff. See, I thought I forgot. Buckles like I don't forget nothing. Trust me. I might need a little refresh, but you can't have both ways, Bucs fans. You can't bring up stats and then try to cover up the wins and loss record, because stats will never outweigh wins and losses. Even Brady he's had some seasons that it was okay, but they was winning. That's why people didn't really look at the stats like that, like crazy, until like till the latter end of his career. But go back and look at Brady's early years. Stats wasn't great, but he was winning. So when you look at yesterday's game, it's a microcosm of the Bucs organization as a whole. It's dysfunctional, it's fragile, it's crumbling right in front of us. And what y'all got to do is you got to prepare yourselves mentally. As you can see my energy. My energy, it's so separately. It's just chilling. You don't see me yelling at and going at players' personal life and this and that. I don't need to do that. Actions speak louder than words. The play on the field speaks for what I've been saying for a while. Nothing can cover this up. There's too much bad than good. There's too much ugly. Can things get better? Of course, things can get better. But it starts in that locker room. And the product that we seen yesterday was a complete cluster French toast. That was, we literally seen the Bucs quit. The Bucs literally quit. You can see the defense was trying. Don't get me wrong, the defense was trying their hardest. You can see they was trying. And it got so bad that they started making mental errors. 3 and out. And then when the defense get on the field, the defense not stopping the 49ers. Did you know the 49ers scored 28 points in the first half? Now, I want y'all to put this in perspective. They scored 28 points in the first half, and they had a total of 35. If the 49ers really, really wanted to, they could have dog walked us to the fifth power. They didn't. Just like the Chiefs could have dog walked us. The Ravens could have dog walked us if they'd have ran the ball at the beginning. It's pretty bad, folks. Brock Purdy had 14 completions in the first half. In the second half, he had 2. Don't give me this defense. The defense did what they could. They just gave up. There was no energy. There was no camaraderie. There was no togetherness on the sideline. Stunner 100 was out the game. He was at the game yesterday, and he was like, man, it was awful. The sideline looking dead. They still have communication problems, and it's week 14. And then Mike Evans, Todd Bowles said, I'm paraphrasing, he said they got to figure out what they want to be, who they want to be. I think it's a little bit too late for that. You are who you are at this point. What, you going to change the playbook? What, you going to change the playbook in the last 4 weeks and become beast mode and go on this end of the year run to fool us? Like you didn't, like, see, in 2020. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Comparison, right? This is not 2020. It ain't 2020, folks. Every season different. So if you in this belief, which is all due respect of, if you are in a belief of, oh, the Bucs gonna turn on the last 4 games like they did in 2020, oh boy, you stuck in the past. I need you to come join the rest of us. You're convincing yourself Gronkowski's gonna come back and Jensen's gonna come back. You're convincing yourself. You're not at the acceptance point. A lot of us now are at. I've been at the acceptance point. A lot of us still not there yet. A lot of us still trying to cling on to this fantasy hypothetical situation and don't want to look at what's in front of you. When you open your eyes and the reality hits you in the face, you don't want to accept that. And that's why a lot of people go wrong. Yesterday was a travesty. It was pretty bad. And it was so crazy. Is that really rock bottom? Is there one more punch that's going to knock us out on that schedule next week? If the Bucs don't show up next week, that's a knockout blow. I don't care what they do after that. Am I writing the Bucs off? No, but would I care? No. If they make it to the playoffs and go on this mythical run, great. But that ain't gonna change the fact that what they are. In this particular run, the Bucs gonna have to catch major breaks to get to the Super Bowl. And remember, it is still Super Bowl or bust. That's never gonna change. As long as Brady on this team, that's what it is. If the Bucs take another punch like that next week, what do you ask yourself as a Bucs fan? Do you want to see the team in the playoffs so they can get trampled? Or there's a glimmer of hope, the probability versus possibility, right? One of my hashtags. The the possibility of the Bucs getting to the Super Bowl is there, because if they get to the playoffs, they have a possibility to get to the Super Bowl, right? But the probability is not high. See how that works? I'm not giving you hypotheticals and what ifs. I'm giving you the reality of it. But still, it remains to be a fact that all you need is a ticket in the playoffs, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. But I mean, at week 14, that's the product that we're going to go into the playoffs with. And do not get caught up. Fool's gold. Somehow, some way, the Bucs start looking good these last couple of games. Now, I want you to understand this. After the Bengals, it's the Cardinals, the Panthers, and the Falcons. We're going to do hypothetical now. They get on a 3-game winning streak. Maybe 4-game, but 3-game winning streak to be more realistic. They go 3-1 down the stretch. Here come the media fans. Here come the Bucs fans with this mirage in their face. Oh yeah, we beat the Cardinals. We beat the Panthers. We beat the Falcons. Then what? I'm not being negative. I'm just giving you the truth, because we've seen this before. The minute they beat the Rams and the Seahawks, here come the media. Oh, the Bucs, they got a bye week. Here they go. And then the Browns come and they lay an egg. And then they squeak by the Saints or the Aints. They squeak by them. And then, oh, well, the Bucs found their running it. And then they go play a elite defense and they look like crap. How many times you going to keep throwing rocks at the wall thinking that rock is going to break down the wall? My point is, I don't want the Bucs fans to become insane. I want your sanity levels to be, here, because if the Bucs play bad, you won't get mad if you are even killed throughout for the rest of the season. A lot of y'all are just way too emotional. Even during the game, you're going to display your emotions, but you don't let your emotions control you. Because at first I was like, what's going on here? But then as the game progressed, it's like, all right, that's what it is. You root for your team all day. You root for your team all day, but the reality kind of soaks in really quickly. And here's the thing. It was only 7-0 after quarter number 1. Only 7-0. And what did I tell you about the Bucs and how they play? They never play a complete game. It's always in spots they look good in. That's why I was trying to tell y'all, after that first drive, how bad did it get? How bad did it get after the first drive? I can care less about what the Bucs do in the first drive, because the most points you can score in the first drive is 3 or 7. And that does not decide the game. After that first drive, it got worse. You don't believe me? Go watch the replay. And I clapped it up on the first drive. Shaw White with a couple good runs from there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But in the back of my head, I was like, man, what's the chances of the Bucs sustaining that throughout the game? Slim to none. And the funny thing about it is, or the embarrassing part about it being a Bucs fan right now, is everything that we talked about that we did not want to happen, happened. Leading up to the game, Bucs fan, oh yeah, we can beat San Francisco. They got Brock Purdy. I told y'all. One man don't make a team. Y'all try to, sugar honey iced tea on Brock Purdy. Oh, they got Brock Purdy. He's nothing. I said, doesn't matter. That's San Francisco. They don't evolve around the quarterback. They've shown y'all this already. Oh, you know what I'm saying? The Brock Purdy ain't no good. He's not that good. What did Fred want to say about Brock Purdy? He'll be fine. That is the level of confidence that they have in Brock Purdy. The team was fine. TEAM. Go ask Bucs and Go ask any Bucs player right now. They'll give you the PC answer. But in the reality, we already know what it is. You ain't got no confidence in what's going on in that team right now in that locker room. Because you got three separate entities: offense, defense, and special teams. Neither one of us was on the same page yesterday. It's pretty bad. What's next for the Bucs? We'll get to that at the end. But let's run down these numbers, since some of you like to use numbers to make your point and push your narrative. So, total yards. And I literally went through this in the preview about the matchups and how the Bucs can win the game and keep the game close. Go back and watch it. It all rolls out right in front of you after the game every time. It just rolls right in front of you. I'm not the smartest guy. I don't get everything right, but some of the things I do make some sense in. Here we go. Total yards. Bucs had 322 yards. San Francisco, 404 yards total offense. That's 404 yards. Okay, where did those yards come from? Let's see. We won't get to the breakdown. The Bucs had 253 yards passing. Typical. That's what they do. Go look at the rest of the games. San Francisco, 195 yards passing. Wait a minute. They had 404 yards passing. 404 yards total offense and 195 passing? So where the rest of the yards come from? Okay, cool. The Bucs had 69 yards rushing, right around the average. They refused to be balanced. They have no identity. The Bucs have no identity. Not even in the passing game. They have no identity. They don't even know who they are. 49ers had 209 yards rushing. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So over half of their total yards came from running? 404 yards. 209 yards rushing. That's over 50%, 51%, 52% of their yards came from running. So it wasn't just the pass defense had the pass laps, have the lapses in the secondary. It was the run defense that was really bad too. See how you see when you start breaking things down to the micro level. See how the micro level works. I'm literally giving y'all the breakdown, and everything I'm telling y'all right now, it played out right in y'all face. The 49ers was balanced. The Bucs was not. Even at 7-0 in quarter number one, it was only 7-0. What did the Bucs do? They gave up on the running game. It was like, 7-0. Run game over with. The only way you can get to 55 attempts is you just throw the running game out the window early. The recipe for disaster. Game after game, they continue to do this. It was only 7-0 after quarter number one. And then quarter number two hit. That's when they scored 27 points. So help me understand, Bucs fans, my Power C bandits. When it was 7-0, what happened? Why did the Bucs just fold like a lawn chair? Because the game was still in reach. Am I right or wrong? Matter of fact, even 14-0. Even at 14-0. What happened, Bucs fans? Y'all saw it just like I saw. What happened? 7-0 and 14-0. What did the Bucs do? Fold like a lawn chair. Fold like a piece of paper. A wet piece of paper. Fold like a wet nacho. An over-cheesed nacho. They folded. 7-0 and 14-0. They folded. They threw everything out the window. That is a sign of a mentally fragile team that has no clue in the game plan. They have no faith in what they like to do and who they are. They have no identity. They just a football team out there. It's almost like take the Bucs logo off and just they can just go out there with the pewter helmets and whatever, go out there and just jersey number and the colors. Take the logo off. They just a football team. What's that? A brown shirt ran like the NBA 2K. A brown shirt ran up at the park. Those guys in the background, they just be standing there with they just back there. Y'all played the video games before, when sports games, and they have those random characters just out there. A brown shirt character in the background. That's what the Bucs team looked like. They're like a random football team out there. Y'all play the games. Y'all play sports games. Yes. Brown shirt, random character in the background. That's what they are. Exactly. Non-playable character in the background. That's what the Bucs team is. That's it. You remember the football games? You seen the football. When you got you on the field, Madden. Remember Madden back in the day, even Madden now. See the players on the sideline, you don't even know who they are. They're like, who is that? They just out there. If you picked up the controller and said, I'm going to play this right here, and you're going through your character and you're making a character, you can make all 53 players just by making a character with the Bucs and move your rating levels up. I'm going to give this guy this and just put the numbers, just the numbers and color. That's it. That's all you need. And y'all know what I'm talking about too. If you play 2K and you go to the park, a random brown shirt character in the background. Just a random team. They are a random team right now. Screw the record. I don't even know if y'all remember this. Remember Super Play Action Football or Play Action Football? Remember the old Tecmo Bowl when they had just the name, and then they had, just random guys just running. Ding, 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 ding. That's what the Bucs look like. You might as well put their positions instead of the numbers. Just put their positions on their jersey. Quarterback, left tackle, right guard. Just go right down the team. They have no identity. They don't even know who they are. They got those blank faces. And you got that random coach on the sideline. That's the team that the Bucs look like. Randomness. Random. The disparity between the running game is not even close. One thing I will say the Bucs need to do this offseason, come next season. I'm doing a little foreshadowing, right? The Bucs really need to understand how football works today. I don't think I think they've been passed up. Exactly. Bo Jackson can't save it. Remember Bo Jackson, the Raiders on Tecmo Bowl? You can throw Bo Jackson on this team, it ain't gonna work. Ding 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 ding. Touchdown. Ding 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 ding. Y'all remember that? You remember Tecmo Bowl? Joe Montana Sports Talk Football. Remember that? Y'all remember that game? Y'all remember Joe Montana Sports Talk Football on Sega Genesis? Just a red jersey, a red helmet, and some gray pants. That's it. That's all they need. I'll be cool with that. Touchdown. Y'all remember that? I'm gonna take you back. I'll take you back. I played all those games. And that's what the Bucs remind me of, just a random team. Yeah, the Bucs, let me get back to my point. The Bucs really got to understand how modern football works. They've been passed up by a lot of teams. They've been passed up offensively by 75% of the league. That's bad. As good as the Bucs look on paper, the scheme don't fit the players, and the players don't fit the scheme. Now, who says, now, can this scheme work if you had, a little bit more explosiveness? Sure. But what the Bucs are running right now does not match the personnel, and vice versa. The playbook, as far as passing, as far as the throws, the depth of the throws has shrunk every year. If you're going to be a dink and dunk team and yak team, you got to have yak players. They don't have yak players. They've been passed up by 75% of the league. And it might be bigger than that. It might be 90% of the league passed the Bucs up offensively. I don't see the offense. The closest offense, the Bucs are more closer to the, what's so crazy? The Broncos offense actually looked decent yesterday. Looks like they're trying to turn the corner. But in general, I'm trying to think of the offenses in the league that's bad. Titans offense is bad. We're more closer to the Titans offense than the Jets offense. Even the Giants offense is better. I think the Bucs really need to look at skill positions when they come to their offense. And there's no knock on Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and and Cameron Braid and Cade Otton and Cole Kef, Shaw White, Leonard Fournette, Julio, and Russell Gage. Kyle. Who's number 8 again? Anybody know number 8? But they really need to upgrade or get some explosive players on offense. If they want to compete moving forward, they really need to look into that. Like Jason Light and his lieutenants, they need to understand how football works right now. Because if you're going to run the horizontal offense, if you're going to run that type of offense, you need to get the Tyreek Hills and the Jaden Waddles and the Devontae Smiths and the A.J. Brown, explosive, like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chases, those guys. And if you're going to have a big body receiver, that's cool. But you got to have some guys that can make it happen. We don't have that. And like I said, there's no knock on the guys that I just named. It's just compared to the other skill groups in the NFL, the Bucs are bottom 7. And I might get mad at it, but it's the truth. The Bucs are a bottom 7 skill group. As those names mean something, but when you look at today's NFL and the schemes that everybody's running, you're a bottom 7 skill group. If this offense was in the 2000, if this was like several years ago, the offense would probably still be decent, still be pretty good, right? But their offense right now, it's so bland. It's one-dimensional. And it's not even just about the passing. It's just the run scheme is one-dimensional and their passing scheme is horizontal with slow guys. They're going this way. They do a lot of this. They throw the ball a lot this way. They don't throw the ball this way a lot. And like I told y'all, the scheme has changed. The balls that's being thrown and the runs that's being called it's not the same as 2000. 2020. So when you watched the game yesterday, you probably was asking yourself, like, what are the Bucs doing? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to exploit the 49ers? Like, what are they doing? What's so funny? Tayshaun Gibson, San Francisco safety, number 31. He's not even that fast. The Bucs had him. They had nobody to attack the San Francisco safeties. And look, Cade Otton, I think he's good. I think he's going to be good. But he's not explosive at tight end. He's not scaring nobody. He's good. Don't get me wrong. But Cade Otton, oh gosh, nobody's who? You know what I'm saying? That's how they're looking at the Bucs offense, like Cade Otton. Got to give him some time, but I'm just saying, like, this season, teams are looking at the Bucs offense like they food. They food. They ain't scared of nobody. Somebody said, I was reading a thread, and somebody said Chris Godwin is literally a Juju Smith-Schuster with stone brick hands. And that's a lie, but the comparison is close. And I gotta be honest with you, the best players on our offense right now is Rachaad White and Chris Godwin. You ain't win a lot of games like that. Bucs yards per play, 4.4 yards per play. San Francisco 6.8. First downs, the Bucs had 18 and San Francisco had 24. Third down efficiency. I literally brought this up. I said the 49ers could be food on third downs, and what did the Bucs do? 4 for 16. San Francisco 4 for 9. Fourth down, the Bucs went for it 7 times and made it 4 times, but that was garbage time though. And a lot of the Bucs stats this year came from garbage time. Keep that in mind, folks. It's true. And here's another one. The Bucs ran 74 plays. San Francisco ran 59. So wait a minute. They scored 35 points on 59 plays. I'm sorry. How does that? What? That don't even make sense. How do you win a game by 28 points by running 14 plays or 15 plays less than your opponent? '49ers ran 15 less plays and scored 28 more points. Here's a surprising stat for you guys. The Bucs allowed no sacks. That's a win, right? Oh, the Bucs didn't give it no sacks. The O-line did their job. What? Brady could have got sacked 5 times. He just happened to throw the ball to the breaking balls. Breaking ball. Split finger slider. Split finger fastball. Slider. Changeup. Knuckleballs. He's throwing these balls to avoid sacks. If we had a stat on dirt balls, man, Brady would be #1 in the NFL in dirt balls. That's like Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball away. Remember, Aaron Rodgers threw the ball out of bounds a lot. And they had a stat for that. They had a stat for Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball out of bounds. He was #1 in the NFL, throwaways. So I wonder if they got a stat of dirt balls. I think Brady's top 5 in that. Whether it's the receiver not getting enough separation, pressure, him just making the incorrect reads, whatever the case may be. But he's had a lot of those. Probably #1 in the NFL. #1 in the NFL, I like to call him breaking ball. Breaking balls. Sometimes he's even had a pocket. Like, dude, what are you doing? Bucs offense is in shambles. The Bucs punted the ball 3 times. So they only had, a couple 3 and outs, right? I mean, they only punted the ball 3 times. Oh, here's the one. You don't win games like this. 8 penalties for 62 yards. And they were back-breaking penalties, too. Think about that for a second. 2 big ones I remember. Keanu Neal, personal foul, head blow, blow to the helmet. And then number 76, left tackle, holding number 76, 10-yard penalty, repeat second down. The two biggest penalties in the game changed the entire game. You know, it's so funny. We've seen this happen before at college, high school, and football, NFL. You know, when you got that third down, you can get off the field, or that third down, you score a touchdown, or you make a first down, and that penalty just pretty much just throw the drive away. And then what happens after that? You just punt the ball, or the defense get a third down and they make a flag, holding, pass interference, or personal foul, and the offense get 15 or 10 or 5 yards, automatic first down, and that drive ends up being a touchdown. Well, that's what happened with the Bucs. That's a 14-point swing. We've seen this time and time again. We about to get off the field, whether it's like a 2nd and 7 and there's a sack. It could be 2nd and 17 or 2nd and 20, whatever. But illegal contact, defense, automatic first down, or holding, number 24, automatic first. And that drive continues on, and it ends up being a score a lot of the times. And it happened a few times with the Bucs. The Bucs will make a stop on defense, and then there's a flag. And then a couple plays later, touchdown. Like, oh, offense, first down. Oh, illegal procedure, illegal formation. Holding, tripping, just random stuff that happens to the Bucs in the wrong times. It's not about, and remember I told y'all this, the overall game, just when you start slicing it up, it's like this piece right here screwed it up. This piece right here and this piece. It's always, remember I told y'all, 80% of the game, you be like, all right, the Bucs, I see you. And then that 20%, that's what destroys the Bucs. That 20% of not paying attention and not executing, it screws the Bucs. It screws this team up every time. And they don't have the personnel, the scheme, or the coaching to overcome that. They don't have it. They don't have it. This is not 2020. It's not going to be. It's not a flipping the switch and all of a sudden it's beast mode. That's not how they work in these games. They literally play the same thing the entire 60 minutes and sometimes overtime. They literally play the same way every possession, defensively and offensively. It's sad, folks. Bucs had 3 turnovers. San Francisco had 1. So there was +2 on the turnovers. Time of possession. So the Bucs ran 74 plays. Let's put this in perspective as I close these stats out, and we'll get on to the fire the cannons and walk in the plank in a second. In a little bit, in a couple minutes. The Bucs had the ball 27 minutes and 20 seconds. So they ran 74 plays and only had the ball 27 minutes. How does that make any sense? Anybody want to answer that? 74 plays and you had the ball only 27 minutes. 49ers ran the ball or had the ball for 59 plays. In the TOP, time of possession, they had the ball 32 minutes and 40 seconds. Remember, they ran the ball for 209 yards. See how that works? This is why I want to go back and understand the Bucs this coming off season needs to make I wouldn't say a minor change. I wouldn't say a major change. But somewhere in the middle, they need to kind of like do a little a mid-level overhaul on how they're doing things, players and scheme-wise. Now, whether that has something to do with the coaching, somebody leaving or whatever, that's different. I'm just saying, just from a schematic standpoint and a player standpoint, they need to meet in the middle. Not a major overhaul, not a tweak and peak, but right in the middle. They need to make some changes, players wise and coaching wise, players wise and scheme wise. Because if they don't, it's just gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, folks. If they don't see the schematics from the schematic standpoint, and player standpoint that something needs to change on both ends, next season's gonna be even worse. With or without Brady. You don't get younger, folks. What does the NFL stand for? Not for long. The Bucs had their window of opportunity. It was a 2-year window. In the third year, it went downhill, off the cliff. The Bucs are literally almost at the bottom of the cliff. They literally fell off the cliff this year. Not the players, just the team. The Bucs literally, as a team, this year fell off a cliff. And it's a sad sight to see. And it's the truth. How do you go from 30 points a game to 17? What? You want to talk about a cliff? I don't know if y'all remember that movie, Heavenly Kid, one of my favorite cult movies of all time. You know, old race cars, they race them and who got the most guts and you come off that cliff. Yeah. I mean, they literally going nose first in an old 1970 Oldsmobile, steel body, steel frame, 1972 Oldsmobile with a 445 block or 442 or 527 block. Not a 3.3, not a 350, not a 305. Not a 4.3. I'm talking about a 5.7 big block, 6.2. Bucks, they just like a rusted old car that did not have any upgrades to it or modernized updates. Old school Lincoln that was been sitting in the salvage yard for a while. That's what they look like right now. They look old, they look slow, they look outdated, they look just like they need a Pimp My Ride overhaul. Yeah, 455. Yeah, there we go. That's another good block right there. The end, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see, like, oh, the car looks, nah, they old, man. It's just an old car that did not have any upkeep. The seats are all broken. Interior all messed up. That's the O-line. Interior. The cosmetics is all messed up. You know, that's how it looks, the skill position. The frame all messed up. That's the organization, the philosophy. I'm just giving y'all some kind of, you know, just kind of trying to get y'all to think, you know, bigger picture here. If the Bucs don't change, this ain't gonna get better, folks. We're gonna go to the Lovie Smith, Greg Schiano days if they don't change this. It'll be worse than the Dort Cutter years. Actually, the offense looked worse than Dort Cutter's offense. Let that sink in for a second. The offense looked worse than the Dort Cutter's offense. That's right, Dort Cutter, D-O-R-K. And he ran 4 verticals. But he was still pushing the ball down the field, even though he wasn't winning. Another person brought up a stat. If the Bucs scored, I think 21 points, they will be 10-2. What it could have, should have. If they just scored 21 points, they'll be 10-2. And what makes matters worse for this organization, how it's set up for the near future and the intermediate future, salary cap. That's the electronics of the car. Needs to be rewired. What's up, George? Salary cap needs to be redone. I'm not saying there's some bad contracts out there, but yeah. The game was bad, folks. And when things like this happens, everything gets looked at much more closely, right? You got folks talking about, will Brady come back next year? The chances it won't be the Bucs. He's miserable. Even one of the fans from yesterday, T Stun in 100, he was actually watching the sideline. He said Brady looks miserable. He got Colin Cowturd saying Brady don't want to be there. It's too loosey goosey, and all this stuff like this. Not saying that the Bucs need an overhaul, but just watching the game and how everything has transpired slowly but surely, right? And I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because for my behalf, because I wanted to wait until week 8, 9, 10ish to see. Okay, let's see where it's at. Because I ain't want to be too judgmental right away. Because it's you gotta let the season play out. But now that I see what the team and the organization is, now that I actually all right, I got it. Now I'm able to assess the situation from my point of view, from my opinion, from me being a Bucs fan since I was yay high. I watched the team for years, bro. I grew up with this team from my age all the way back until even before when I started working at the stadium. So when I assess the team from my point of view, I've seen bad teams in the Bucs history. Where does this one rank? It's not as bad as what we had in some years. Now we had some really bad teams, but just from where we are at, from where we were the last couple of years to where we are at now, you want to talk about a 360? The only way to stop the bleeding, is a very common sense, is to get ready to get healed. Oh, John McGee in the building. I see you. To the fifth McGee. I ain't seen Young Deezy. No, anybody seen Young Deezy? I ain't seen him in a minute. But yeah. Hunger Games. The Bucs, if they want to get with the program, these last 4 weeks, it's almost like the Bucs got to do a 360. They got to do a 3. Oh, we don't want to talk about Ray Perkins. Oh, Jesus Christ. Vinny Testaverde, who threw 36 interceptions, for those of you that didn't know that. So no, I don't think people realize how many quarterbacks have thrown 30 interceptions or more, because they don't do their research. And every single one of them that's thrown 30 interceptions, none of them had more touchdowns. I don't know if y'all done your research. I did. But we're one game up on our division. We're one game up. Thank God. I want to give a shout out to the Rams fans and those New Orleans Saints fans. Thank y'all for getting y'all butts whooped, allowing us to win those games. We got those 3 games in the bag, which allowed us to be 6-7. Because without y'all, we wouldn't be 6-7. So I want to thank the Saints fans and the Saints organization and the Rams organization and fans. I want to thank y'all for giving us those 3 wins. We literally took them from y'all. I really appreciate y'all. We really appreciate that, because if it wasn't for y'all, if it wasn't for y'all, we'll be 3-10. If it wasn't for y'all, we'll be 3-10 or 4-9. I highly appreciate that, because I sleep better. I sleep good. If it weren't for them 3 victories and those choke jobs that both of those teams did, we would be awful right now. Can you imagine, hypothetically speaking, can you imagine if the Bucs was 3-10 right now with this roster, or 4-9? That's a top 10 pick. Quarterback. What you don't want to do is, you don't want to be a middling team. You either want to be really bad or you want to be really good. Because if you in the middle, you in the road to nowhere. And the Bucs, like Tabo, yeah, we got to decide what we want to be. No, Tabo, it's too late for that. It's too late for that. Now, here's the thing. This is the Jason Light. My last thing about Jason, about the Bucs organization, and then I'll wrap it up with the game, and I'll get to my fire the cannons and walking the plank. Jason Light, bruh, me and you, y'all know my relationship with Jason Light. It ain't great. It ain't really good. It ain't really, really bad. But it's like, bruh, I've been giving him the side eye for years on some picks. Now he's made some good picks, don't get me wrong. But I've been giving him and his lieutenants the side eye for years. And y'all know this is well documented on my channel. I don't too much like everything he does, free agent wise and draft wise. And his saving grace is signing Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, Robert Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, Ryan Sucker, and also drafting Winfield Jr., who we definitely needed, and Tristan Wirfs, who we definitely needed. Those 7 pickups in 2020 made a huge difference from 2019 and 2018 and 2017 and 2016 and 2015 and 2014. It made the entire organization change. Those 7 very important moves, 2 draft picks and 5 players. So funny, all 7 of them starters. Now remember, you got 22 starters. That's 11 offense, 11 defense. All 7 of those guys that he picked up in 2020, starters. So don't let anybody tell you all they did was change the quarterback. That is a lie. They changed several positions to win that Super Bowl. And everybody that scored in the Super Bowl was not on the team prior to the 2020 team. Let that sink in. So Jason Light, do you have it in you again to do that again? Or do you want to build it the right way? Or you're going to go out and look for somebody else to save your butt again? Because he was on his way out the door. Y'all don't want to believe, but I believe it. Because he was not having success. That saved his job. 2020 free agent and draft class. Round 1 and round 2. Do you trust Jason Light and his lieutenants to scout and pick up guys in the draft and pick up the right free agents? Not the old washed up ones or the overpaid ones like Russell Gage or the guy that plays tight end. I forgot his name. There's only so much you can do, Jason. You can't cover up some of your mess ups. And everything is starting to come to fruition because when you're losing, everything gets magnified. Draft picks, free agent signings. And when you look at this season, what does everybody keep talking about? All the free agents that you signed, those old guys. Looking at the last 2 draft classes, people are questioning Joe Tryon. Is he going to be good? What about Logan Hall? We passed up on a few guys. They got picked up by some other. Travis Jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't a good look, man. Because what happens when you lose, the door or the book gets read a little bit more carefully of what you've done in the last few years. 2020 does not cover up for 2021 and 2022. I literally told y'all this. In 2020, I told y'all 2 or 3 year run. I don't think too many of y'all listen to me. Oh, that's Buckles like he's being negative. This is a 5-year run. Oh, Buccaneers, they always negative. No. I'm not negative. I'm just giving y'all the reality of it. It's a 2 or 3 year run. And what do you know? If I'm lying, I'm flying. I can't fly. $50 million on free agents? What did I tell you about Julio Jones? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell you about Russell Gage? He was the best receiver on a bad team. You ain't gonna listen to me. Using Fournette as a pass catching back. That's not his game. And oh, by the way, Julio Jones, 22 catches for 284 yards. Probably should have put that money on defense and offensive line. 22 catches for 284 yards. That's Julio Jones. Russell Gage, 32 catches for 254 yards. $30 million, $20 million guaranteed. Yeah, folks. I mean, just want to just give you 2 examples there. I mean, I can keep going. I mean, I can go to the tight end. I think they signed some tight end in the offseason. I forgot his name. Y'all can help me out who that guy is. I don't even know who he is. Logan Ryan, a good pickup, but he's been hurt quite a bit. Old guy. Anthony Nelson, 3 sacks. Didn't make the jump that I thought he was going to make, or he could have made. 3 sacks. That's it. Carl Nassib, solid player, right? I'm just kind of just going down things, just pointing some things out. I'm just pointing some things out, folks. Just pointing some things out. I'm just pointing some things out, folks. I'm just pointing some things out. I forgot his name. There's some tight end that we signed in the offseason that everybody was hyped about. I wasn't. Cameron Brate, 18 catches. Why is he on the team? Oh, that tight end. Yeah. 2 catches. That tight end that we signed, he got 2 catches. Y'all paid a lot of money for 2 catches. Cole Beasley, 4 catches. He was like, I'm out. Keyshawn Vaughn, 1 catch. Draft pick, by the way. 3rd round pick. Carlton Davis. No interceptions. Carlton Davis, no interceptions. 3-year, $45 million. No interceptions. But he leads the team in pass. Well, top of the team leading pass breakups. Carlton Davis, no interceptions. Our leading sack guy is a defensive tackle. 6.5. Where's the pass rush? Oh, Anthony Nelson, 3 sacks. Nacho, 2 sacks. Tryon, 3.5. Carl Nassib, 3.5. So Oh, Hakeem Hicks. Hurt a lot. No sacks. Logan Hall, 2.5 sacks. Yeah, I'm just kind of giving y'all the bigger picture here. But let's get to the walking the plank. So who's the candidates? Do you really trust Jason Light in the immediate future? In midterm? So who's the walking the plank candidates? Who's got to walk the plank and who's got to get fired in the cannon? I need y'all to help me out, chat room. Help me out. We almost got 100 people in the chat room. Come on, let's get to 100. Let's get to 100. Keep it 100. You heard me? What's happening? McCullum. D. Delaney. Solid special teams guy. Murphy Button. But yeah, the Bucs got Mike Edwards contract year staying hurt, and Antoine Field Jr. is eligible for extension. Tristan Wirfs is eligible for extension next year too. The Bucs need to figure this out. So, who needs to walk the plank and who needs to be fired in that cannon? Somebody go in that cannon. Sherm City. God, don't be ruthless, y'all. Y'all be nice. Y'all be nice. Remember, folks, it was 35-7. So, I mean, what is what? I got to fire the cannon, what, 52 times? 53 times? That's for the players. And then what? The whole coach, or the main coaching staff, right? So the coaching staff, I'll just say 3, right? Leftwich, Bowles and Keith Armstrong, right? Take it. So wait a minute, who's walking the plank and who's getting in that cannon? Somebody got to get in that cannon. Somebody get in that cannon, man. I don't care. You got time? Let's wrap this up now. Shouts out to Brock Purdy too, man. Shouts out to the 49ers fans. Humble. I'm humble. Trust and believe that. I picked y'all to win, so not like that though. My nacho. He's Alpha Nickelberry. Yeah, Donovan Smith, man, he playing pretty bad. Is he walking the plank or he getting fired in the cannon? Which one is it, folks? Carl, come on, Carl. You know my relationship. You know me. You know how I feel about Jason Light, man. I don't rock with him like that. I'm like 50-50 with Jason Light. 2020 don't cover up his other mishaps. They don't cover it up. He's had some good picks, but it don't cover up some of the crap that he threw out there. Somebody got to get in that cannon. He said both. You can't do both. They either in the cannon or they got on that plank. I can't put somebody on the plank and they fall the plank and I got to put them in the cannon and then fire them. Well, I could do that, right? I could do that. I could fire them off. I could do them right away. Walk the plank and they walk back on the boat. Walk back on the ship, on the pirate ship, all soaking wet, and then tell them to get in that cannon with the gunpowder loaded up. Dang, it's lit. He said Brady. So wait a minute, hold up. Hold on. Somebody said Tom Brady. Is this Tom Brady now? Is this Tom Brady? Is this Tom Brady? I mean, is this Tom Brady? Is this what we come to? Is this what Tom Brady is right now? Is he a pea shooter? Is this what he is now? Pew, 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 pew. Like I was laughing at old Andy Dalton over there. And this is what he is now? I mean, at 45, I mean, shoot. Still playing decent, right? No. That's Andy Dalton. That's what them Saints fans. That's what them delusional Saints fans. And oh, by the way, this is why, it's very important that the Bucs win at least 3 of these last 4 games. They go 8-9, right? I mean, 9-8. I'm sorry, 9-8. It's very important. I don't want to give the Saints any opportunity to think that they can go 8-9 or 7-10 winning the division. Let's put the Saints out of their misery. Because, oh, by the way, they're trotting Andy Little Red Rifle, a.k.a. pea shooter Dalton, back out there next week against the Falcons. So, Atlanta Falcons, you got one job. Put those New Orleans Aints out their misery because they keep convincing themselves that Andy Dalton and Dennis Allen is going to get them to the playoffs at 7-10 or 8-9. That is delusional. Can y'all finish them off, please? Anyway, so we got number 7, Highway 76 or Route 7. What was it? Highway Interstate 76 to Route 12, right? That's if you want to get to Route 12, go to Interstate 76. That's the new slogan. That's the new slogan right now. If you want to get to Route 12 or Highway 12, take Interstate 76. It's basically you go start up there and you come straight down. You go straight through and you run you right into number 12. It'll run you right into Route 12. It'll run you right into Route 12. Interstate 76. Anyway, so number 76 on left tackle, he's going in the cannon. He is going in the cannon. Now, everybody else can walk the plank, right? Is that fair enough? Is that a fair enough assessment? Number 76 is getting fired in that cannon, and everybody else walking the plank. Is that fair enough? Do we got a deal? Can we shake on that? Shake my hand? Shout out to Jay Black. Shake my hand. Do we got a deal on that? Number 76 getting in that cannon, and everybody else walk the plank. Shake my hand. Is that fair enough? Can y'all shake my hand, please? Can I get some handshakes? Is that fair enough? Everybody walking the plank except for 76. He's in the cannon. Shake my hand. I'm extending my hand, There we go, handshake. Got one handshake. Well, we got 2 handshakes. Well, so y'all don't agree with that? Okay, let me make some adjustments there. So, all right. Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich and number 76 get in that cannon, and everybody else walking the plane. Is that good enough? Oh, now we got some more shakes. Okay, cool. All right. So y'all ready for the next comedian? Is he funny? Sal, bro? You need to nothing's gonna never be good for you, bro. You have something going on with you in number 12. What is the deal? You are like focused on one player. I literally said TEAM. Everybody's getting in the plank and one person getting in the cannon, and you insisting on one player. You and number 12 got some issues. Y'all need to go in the room and fight that out. Y'all need to, maybe he'll give you an autographed football or something, autographed jersey, because I don't know what it is. It's every week you after one player. Every week. It's the same thing, bro. Like a broken record. The same player. I don't really hear you talk about nobody else like that. It's always Tom Brady. It's like you focus, like that's like your number one priority. He wakes up every day. I gotta get at Tom Brady. I can't stand him. He's cooked. I can't stand him. Why did he come to the team? I'm just messing with you, man. I'll tell you this much. You know, he close. He close. You know, I'm gonna tell you next week against the Bengals. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm tell you, if he have a game like he had today, he's going on that plank. I mean, he's going on the plank and the cannon. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. So anyway, let's get this cracking. Let's get this over with so I can eat. Y'all ready? Let me get my sounds ready. All right. It's gonna be a lot of water splashing here, man. So y'all bear with me. Him too. Next. Come on, man. You too. Let's go. The Gulf of Mexico is full tonight. A few hours later. I can do this all night, folks. Damn the whole team, right? All right. That was a lot of splashes. I could keep going, but you know, we got to get to the cannon. That's a lot of folks swimming right now in the Gulf of Mexico. It's a lot of people right now. It's a lot of people in the Gulf of Mexico right now. The entire Bucs team is in the Gulf of Mexico. But got to save the best for last, right? there you have it, folks. Walking the plank. Fire the cannons. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining. Locals Locker. Your host, Isaiah. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. Share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify all new videos that's posted on the channel. If you like the content, like the videos, share the videos. If you like the content, you want to support the channel, feel free to support the channel. Donation links are in the description box. Cash App, Super Chats. Y'all know how this works. Bucs fans, chill. First step is acceptance. The minute you get to that point, everything else will be just fine. With that being said, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise a flag, hashtag no risky, no biscuit, hashtag facts over villains, hashtag bombs away 55 times. That's winning formula. Hashtag stay humble. Hashtag probability versus possibility. Hashtag what do your eyes tell you? What does your eyes tell you? What does it tell you? What does your eyes tell you about this team moving forward? Hashtag trenches matter. Hello. Hashtag don't get mad at me. I don't play the game. I just talk about it with my opinions, back with some facts, some objectivity, and some reality. Don't get mad at me, please. Don't get mad at me. Hashtag fire the cannons, FTC. Hashtag Super Bowl or bust. That still remains. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All 22. Stay tuned. I'm out.